Now, obviously, you've worked with Senator Mark Kelly. You just referenced him, and we've been hearing more of his name in the past few days because he's on a few lists suggesting he might be one of the people being vetted to be her second in command, to be her running mate. So, Doug, I'm curious if you were to put on your sorting hat and looking at the potential candidates in the landscape, which include potentially Senator Mark Kelly, who should Vice President Harris pick to be her running mate in this election?
Well, I should say she has a wealth of options, some really talented folks, governors, senators that are cabinet members that to pick from, which is great, right? Like the Democratic bench is stronger than it's ever been. I would say, look, ultimately it's going to come down to who she's most comfortable with, but I think that at some point, if she wins, which I think she will, she's going to have to govern. So I think you kind of have to look at who's ready to govern with her and be someone who can be a counselor to her and help her through tough situations, right? As her most senior advisor, right? And who's ready to step into the Oval Office if something were to happen. And then I think you look at electorally, who is someone who can bring something to the table and to the campaign. So I would look at those factors in terms of deciding on who the running mate should be. Luckily, she's got a bunch of people out there that would be very, very solid. I'm biased. I think Senator Mark Kelly would be fantastic. He's a combat veteran, flew over 30 missions, an astronaut, a senator, two-term, won twice in a red state. And obviously, along with his wife, Gabby Giffords, has been, one of the most vocal advocates for combating gun violence after the terrible assassination attempt on the Congresswoman. So he's got a very compelling story, son of two cops. But look, there are a lot of other people out there as well. I'm sure the vice president is going to make the right choice. But she's got a lot of options, and that's good for her. And it speaks to the future of the Democratic Party.